What's up guys, my name is Liam. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Darmoshark M5Air, or also called the minced pepper fish head. Anyways, I'm sorry I'm bringing you guys this review so late, as I've been really excited to get my hands on this. This is an all carbon mouse with a very lightweight, and as you can see, very small, so been loving using this for fingertip grip. So in this video I'll be breaking down how my experience has been using this so far, and hopefully by the end of this video I'll be able to help you decide whether or not this could possibly be the perfect gaming mouse for you. So let's check it out. And before we get started today, I did want to let you know this was sent out to me. However, everything you'll be hearing in this video is going to be my own words and my own opinions. Included inside the box, it does come with a velvety carrying case, some documentation, stickers, a larger set of skates, some additional dot skates, which it does come pre-installed with, USB-C to USB Type-A cable. One really awesome touch is they did include an additional scroll wheel that does have a rubberized ring, because the one that does come installed in it does not have a rubberized ring. And then here's a look of the 8000 hertz wireless receiver. It looks similar to the other receivers before, however this one does actually have a display on it. So I'll go ahead and show you guys really quickly what that does look like as it is turned on. So here we got a look of the mouse itself. I just absolutely love this raw carbon look to it. Down here on the bottom, you do have your power button over here on the right hand side. It is one of those power buttons you have to hold down to power on and power off. I'm not really a fan of these. I like just a switch where you can just move it up or down. That does make it a little bit more convenient for me, excuse me. The skates that do come included on this, however, they do feel really good. So they do appear to be some types of transparent virgin PTFE skates. The one thing I want to tell you guys about though, however, not really a major deal, because typically, especially on these fingertip grip mice, I don't really use a center skate. But as I was looking at this and examining it closely, again, I'm not sure if it's even going to come through really well on the camera or not. But I do feel like the skate is kind of sunken down in the middle here, to where it's almost flush, or even possibly sitting a little bit underneath the base. One thing I have noticed with these dot skates, if I'm using more plush mouse pads with a softer base, I have been noticing more scratching on just the bottom of the base as I've been using this. So with that being said, luckily this did come with larger skates in the front and the rear, so I will be throwing those on here for the review, or after the review, excuse me. I did leave them off just to show you the lightweight that this mouse is. But back over the top, it does have this really cool looking raw carbon look to it. Doesn't feel like it has any additional coating. It's a little bit more slippery. And you know, I do apologize, I accidentally forgot I had this hidden under the documentation. This does come with some grips, so possibly I'll be putting some grips on this mouse to cover up the holes on the sides, though they haven't really been bothering me a whole lot. I do prefer a mouse without holes on the sides, however. So these grips, they do feel all right, and like they should get the job done. But aside from that, like I said, these holes on here, they don't feel too bad. It's just I do prefer not having them on here. However, everything about just the feeling of this in the hands, as far as the shell goes, this feels really solid. So there's like no areas at all of weak points where I can push into it, so there's no flexing. This is like a really stiff type of a carbon material, and we've seen lots of other types of carbon mice out there that have like a softer feeling to them. And yeah, no issues at all with any type of bending that I'm getting out of this. For mouse 1 and 2, it does look like this is using the Huano Blue Shell Pink Dots. My favorite mechanical switches out there, or at least some of them. And truly, these clicks on here, they just feel fantastic. Very lightweight. One of the first things that I noticed when I got this mouse out of the box and started clicking it, I was just like, man, these clicks, they feel nice and crisp, snappy. So I really think that they killed it with the clicks on here. I think that this was the perfect choice. I'm, however, having one issue with the clicks. So really lightweight, no matter where you click it from, almost a perfect click experience that I'm getting on mouse 1 and 2. The only issue is, however, I am getting some pretty annoying left to right here on mouse number 1. And it's a bummer too, because like I get no movement on mouse 2. Just the one kind of drawback that I did have here on my copy. And if it wasn't for that, truly everything else about these clicks would feel near perfect to me. For the scroll wheel, like I mentioned, this is using, I'm not sure if this is some type of plastic or something like that, but it does not have rubberized top. This has been working out pretty good for me. It's been pretty grippy, not as grippy as rubberized, but again, they did include that, which I really admire and appreciate a lot. I like the height of the scroll wheel. Everything about the scroll wheel feels really good. You do get pretty defined steps, and it's pretty tensioned. They do feel smaller, however, they don't feel very notchy. And the center scroll click actually really easy to actuate. Side buttons, really solid job with them. They are flat, have a flatter face, which I do appreciate. As you can see, obviously they are much smaller, but truly these side buttons feel on point. You get like no play even back here from the rear, right into a click. So literally almost zero pre-travel. Post-travel, a little bit there. You can kind of push them in if you push really hard. Nothing that I've noticed. I've been using these in game because they are so small. I haven't really been fiddling with them too much other than just their normal use. So yeah, aside from just the kind of minor drawback on the play I'm getting on Mouse 1, truly everything about this in the hands does feel very impressive. Let's go ahead and drop a click quality sound test. Everything about the weight and balance of this mouse truly does feel perfect. With the dot skates, like I mentioned earlier, dropping this on the scale, pretty impressive, 31.8 grams. Here's a look at accessing the settings of this mouse. I feel like they've done a really good job with the layout of this. This is an overview of the settings that I've been using as I've been testing this out. When it comes to performance of this mouse, everything has felt fantastic. Darmoshark has always had a really solid performance when it does come to their gaming mice, and this one is no different. I actually really do like this shape a lot. After I've been using a lot more other fingertip grip gaming mice recently, I love the shape. I really think that the size of this is perfect. The one thing that I kind of wish was a little different about it is I do feel like the profile from front to back on it is a little too flat. I wish that it flared out more towards the rear, even if it just went at a straight angle out to the rear and made it just a little bit more wider down here in the back. Then honestly, this would be a pretty much near perfect type of a shape for a fingertip grip mouse for me. You can even do some type of a claw for it if you have smaller hands. It does have a pretty high hump down here, so you can just kind of do some type of grip like that. And honestly, I use all kinds of different grips. I'm using this. I go back and forth between kind of like a hybrid claw and fingertip. So everything about this, I really feel like they've done a fantastic job. The materials feel fantastic. I love the dongle. I love how it comes with a awesome skate design, bigger skates. Just some small things like the ring here. I wish that the skate was a little thicker, or that it was sticking up just a little bit higher. And then the only one real drawback for me on this mouse is just the play that I'm getting side to side. And it is something that I do notice in game. And even though it does have these two minor flaws in it, I have still been really liking using this a lot. Had a really good time using it. A little frustrating or unfortunate, especially with the grinding that I am getting there on Mouse 1. So if you guys do have any additional questions or feel like I left anything out, please let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed watching this video and are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, please drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.